The Taoists say the way forward appears backwards. And I couldn't agree more. How many times in our life did things appear to go backwards when in truth it was making way for greater progress? Usually it's because us as humans, our intellect is and often does fall short of the greater reality of things. Our connection to this greater reality of things is twofold, how I see it. The first one is intuition. The second one is synchronicity. Intuition is a superior faculty than that of the senses, and synchronicity is essentially the divine, the universe, telephoning back to us or trying to communicate to us through the external reality, through external manifestations. So the way forward appears backwards, and how do we navigate that? How do we truly come to terms with the non-linearity of reality? And I believe it's threefold. But the first one is a muscle that we must train just as much as any muscle that we have. And that muscle is trust. That muscle is faith. But mostly trust. Let's stick with trust for now. To trust the path no matter how it appears, because the way forward often appears backwards. And this is ancient wisdom. This is not something I'm telling you today. This is thousands of years old, this notion of a non-linear reality. I had some pretty intense things happen these past couple of days as the sun was transiting 26 degrees of Capricorn, squaring my natal sun of Libra. And usually this happens a quarter of the way into the new solar return year, where, if you don't know what that is, every year your sun goes to the same position, degree, and minute that you were born. And from this position, we have an entire chart delineated for the entire year. And you could tell your horoscope, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool astrological technique. So a quarter of the year from your birthday is the opening square of the sun squaring your natal sun. And this was challenging. This was very challenging to me. A lot of things were brought to the light, and it was a little stressful. Squares bring with them 90-degree angles, bring with them challenge, but also motivation, and most importantly, action. And boy, did I take a necessary step in the right direction. If the beginning of something is the seed, the square is the germination of it, which is the breaking through of the soil in the ground. And things really appeared to be moving backwards, but in truth, and as I found out, with just enough patience, you need just a little bit of patience, then you will see that it was part of a bigger plan. So the way backwards appears forwards. And the key to navigating this teaching is trust. When things appear, when appearances are not going the way that you intended them to or wish to, just remember two things. One, we are entitled to labor, but not the fruits of our labor. The fruits are entirely, the outcome is something that is already decided. Sometimes we have as much information as we need to create the best possible outcome. Other times we do not. So no matter how hard we try, no matter how big a hit song I've created that I think is a hit song, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is so, because there are other factors involved always. So with this trust, I think there's the trust, and then there's the release of the need for a particular outcome. These are the two ways that we can navigate this teaching of the ancient Taoists, of Lao Tzu, of the way forward often appears to be backwards. If you enjoyed this, guys, let me know your thoughts below on how you navigate this. And also, please make sure you're subscribed to this channel and join me for more transformative insights.